There are moments on General Hospital when time seems to stop, when a single decision rips the fabric of relationships, family, and loyalty apart. And now, the town of Port Charles stands on the edge of chaos as Britt Westbourne stuns everyone with a decision no one saw coming. The woman once deemed untrustworthy and feared for her dark lineage has rewritten her destiny in the most dangerous way imaginable. In an explosive twist that leaves fans breathless, Britt eliminates Jason Morgan, Port Charles's ultimate enforcer, protector, and one-time love, and shockingly aligns herself with Michael Corinthos as her new partner in life and crime. But this isn't just about love. It's about power, vengeance, and secrets that go back decades. Jason Morgan has survived bullets, poisonings, betrayals, and the mob, but he didn't see this coming. For weeks, Jason has been working behind the scenes, trying to secure Sonny's business and protect Carly and his sons, Jake and Danny, from the growing storm that has been bubbling beneath Port Charles. The remnants of the Pikeman Group, scattered after Brennan's downfall, have reassembled, led by a hidden force operating through a network of false alliances. What Jason never considered was that Britt would be one of them. Britt had returned to Port Charles under the guise of healing. After faking her death years ago to escape a vengeful Victor Cassadine, she's back, alive, tougher, and more enigmatic than ever. She claimed she needed closure. She said she wanted to reconnect with her mother Liesel and make peace with her past. But behind that facade was a mission, and Jason? He was her obstacle. In one of the most chilling scenes of the year, Britt visits Jason at the Corinthos warehouse under the pretense of sharing intelligence about a new shipment that may be compromised. They exchange glances, hers tender and nostalgic, his protective and confused. He leans in, whispering, "I still remember the way you held me when I came back. I trusted you, Britt." She breathes in sharply, then pulls the trigger of the remote device she has tucked in her sleeve. The explosion rocks the docks. Jason disappears beneath a fiery storm of steel and Asha. Port Charles awakens to horror. Sonny rages. Carly collapses. Sam, in shock, refuses to believe Jason's gone again. But it's Michael Corinthos whose reaction is most complex. Because Michael knew. Weeks earlier, Britt and Michael had started meeting secretly. It began as strategy. Both had been burned by betrayal. Michael had grown cold after losing Willow emotionally to grief and guilt. Britt, meanwhile, had seen too much death to believe in fairy tales. Together, they found something rare: control. They shared goals: power over Sonny's crumbling empire, a vision of a cleaner Port Charles, and revenge on the man who had once chosen Carly over Britt, again and again. Michael never hated Jason, but he wanted what Jason had: the loyalty, the control, the quiet strength. So when Britt proposed an alliance, complete with a plan to remove Jason from the board without directly dirtying their hands, Michael hesitated, then agreed. And now, with Jason presumed dead, their plan begins. Britt's mother, Liesel Albrecht, has always been drawn to power, yet her love for Britt has softened her. Still, when she begins to suspect Britt's role in Jason's demise, she's faced with a torment she cannot escape. Liesel confronts Britt in a locked lab beneath GH, where her daughter has been experimenting with neural suppression tech allegedly for epilepsy, but secretly designed for control. Their conversation turns volcanic. "You loved him," Liesel hisses. "You once called him your anchor, your protector." "He was," Britt replies coldly. "But anchors drown you, Mama." Liesel threatens to expose everything, but Britt turns the knife. "If you love me, let me finish what I started. You owe me that." The tension reaches its peak as Liesel walks out, uncertain whether she'll remain silent or light the match that could burn her daughter to ash. Carly is not known for subtlety. When she finds out that Britt was last seen with Jason the night of the explosion, alarm bells blare. But Carly has no proof, only instincts. And worse, she catches Michael and Britt together. At first, she thinks she's hallucinating, but she isn't. Carly storms into Michael's penthouse and demands answers. He tries to placate her, blaming grief and confusion. But Carly sees the truth in his eyes. Her son, her own flesh and blood, is involved in Jason's downfall. You are his godson, she spits. He changed your diapers. He bled for you. Michael's response is chilling. And what did he ever do for me, Mom? He was always Sonny's lapdog, your loyal soldier. Never mind. Carly slaps him. Britt appears in the doorway, unflinching. You'll regret this, Carly vows. Both of you. As the walls close in, Sonny is unraveling. He's alienated Christina after the attack on Donna. He's estranged from Carly, on thin ice with Nina, and devastated over Jason's presumed death. When he hears whispers of Michael and Britt's new alliance, something in him breaks. He barges into the Metro Court, where Britt and Michael are holding a private board meeting for Aurora's new expansion. In a room full of dignitaries and reporters, Sonny throws a chair through a window and roars, "You killed him. Both of you." Security drags Sonny out. He's arrested. The footage goes viral. Britt and Michael play the perfect victims, claiming Sonny's mental health is spiraling, and they just want to help. But they smile privately, knowing every step was part of the plan. Unbeknownst to everyone, Jason isn't dead. He's gravely wounded, hidden in a private trauma facility run by Brick and Dex. They had intercepted Britt's signal at the last second and pulled him out of the blast zone. He's been in a medically induced coma, but he's healing. And when he wakes, he remembers everything. Dex updates him on the state of Port Charles, the alliance between Michael and Britt, Carly's near breakdown, Sonny's arrest, and Sam, who has retreated into silence, refusing to believe in love again. Jason sits up, eyes burning. It's time to clean house. As Jason heals in silence, Britt and Michael rise. They consolidate power. The five families now answer to Michael, who's refined his image as a brilliant businessman. Britt is his secret weapon, beautiful, clinical, and capable of manipulation that would make Helena Cassadine proud. Their romance grows twisted. It's not born of love, but dominance. They play games. They seduce and betray. Britt enjoys having someone who isn't intimidated by her intellect or past. Michael loves having a woman who doesn't cry over morals. But the pressure grows. Willow files for full custody of Wiley, horrified by Michael's dissent. Drew, now out of prison, starts sniffing around Aurora's books. And Nina, against all odds, joins forces with Carly, determined to take them down. Port Charles simmers with rebellion. Then comes the thunderclap. At a charity gala for GH, the lights cut out. The stage screen flickers. A familiar voice echoes through the ballroom. This city was built on loyalty. You've forgotten that. The screen goes black. Then, Jason Morgan walks into the room. Alive. The silence is deafening. Michael freezes. Britt's glass slips from her hand. Carly gasps. Sonny bursts into tears. Liesl whispers, "Mein Gott." Jason walks straight up to Britt and Michael, stopping inches from their faces. "I know what you did, and I'm back to finish it." What follows is a week Port Charles will never forget. Jason methodically unravels the web. He releases video evidence of Britt's manipulation, blackmailing of board members, and her secret neural experiments. He leaks financial corruption within Aurora. He confronts Michael in the Q mansion, and in a brutal fight, Michael finally confesses everything. "You chose her over your family," Jason says, voice like gravel. "I chose myself." Michael snarls, bloody and broken. "And I do it again." Britt tries to run, but Carly stops her. "You had everything. A second chance. Jason's love. And you burned it all." Britt is arrested, but not before turning to Jason one last time. "I never stopped loving you," she whispers. Jason looks away. In the aftermath, Britt is in Pentonville, awaiting trial. Michael loses custody of Wiley, stripped of his companies alone. Jason returns home but refuses to reclaim the mob. He leaves the business to Dex, choosing to focus on his sons. Carly and Sonny begin to mend. Sam visits Jason one quiet night. They say nothing, but their eyes speak volumes. Liesl disappears. And as peace slowly returns to Port Charles, one truth remains clear. Britt Westbourne may have been brilliant, bold, and broken, But her final choice reshaped the town forever.